best, safe, reasonable gun control in the state of New York.
Last month, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo signed off on the toughest new gun control law in the nation. The state's controversial ban on the sale of military-style assault weapons has angered many pro-gun advocates in New York who already own an estimated 1 million semi-automatic rifles, saying that it infringes on their Second Amendment rights.
I think it's ludicrous. You know, as an individual, if I own this gun, okay, which was legal, now I have to go through the process and register it.
What exactly makes a rifle an assault rifle? The dictionary defines it as an automatic or semi-automatic rifle with large capacity magazines designed for military use.
You know, people think that, you know, it's a full auto military machine gun, and it's not. It's a semi-auto rifle. It's no different than a semi-auto rifle like this. You know, every time you pull the trigger, you get one shot. It's not a machine gun. A full M16 like the military uses, you'd have right here safe, fire, and then it would turn one more time and it would be full. It would say auto over here, which would be full auto. So as long as you hold the trigger and you have ammunition, it's going to fire.
Elite Guns in North Syracuse specializes in custom-made and high-capacity weapons, including the nation's most popular semi-automatic rifle, the AR-15, which is now on the banned list.
The owner of Elite Guns here at North Syracuse refused to talk to me on camera, but told me that New York State told him to turn in his inventory or get out. He is currently closing up shop and moving.
Elite Guns is not the only retailer taking its business elsewhere. Washington State-based firearms manufacturer Olympic Arms has stopped selling its product in New York and has posted on its Facebook page, "We will no longer be doing business with the state of New York until such legislation is repealed," in an apology made to the good people of the state of New York and the American people. To compensate for the loss of sales, Tony Steiner brought in more shotguns and rifles to fill the empty walls of his store.
I'm a little more fortunate than some dealers. I have a store in Florida too, so I was able to transfer, you know, some of the quote-unquote evil stuff that was no longer acceptable in New York down to there. When that law was signed into effect, I had over $100,000 worth of inventory that the next day was illegal, which as a business owner, that really hurts.
Hart Rifle Barrels in Lafayette is a fourth-generation, family-run business. It opened in 1953 and has been making and selling custom rifle barrels to competitive sport shooters and hunters all over the world. New York's new law worries the family about what will happen next.
I'm scared. I'm worried about my business or our business, but I'm more afraid about what's going to happen to our country, to be honest with you. I just don't like the way things are going.
Mike Mastrogiovanni of Scope declined to be interviewed, but shared his thoughts on the new law.
We got a complacent media and people in power that blame objects, not actions, or people. The object cannot function by itself. The object can't jump up and shoot somebody by itself. It takes a conscious thought to squeeze a trigger and kill somebody. This whole law, again, is about controlling the law-abiding.
The New York governor's 80-page law is raising more questions than answers among gun owners.
I'm in the gun business, and I had to sit through hours and read through this to try to figure out what would be legal and what wouldn't be anymore. And to force, you know, people to vote on that in an hour, it's unreasonable. And that I think was their whole purpose. They wanted to get it banned without people really getting a chance to see what was going to happen.
Tens of thousands of New York gun advocates are joining together to protest and repeal what many feel is an unconstitutional ban on assault weapons. In Syracuse, Bryan Weyers, NCC News.